inspired students who are excited do really very well.
You're going to set out on a journey with these students to learn.
You know that they've made a connection somehow, and your job is to foster it. My name is Jennifer Masali. I teach Be a Scientist here at CTY Brooklynville. I have the youngest class on campus, well, one of the younger classes on campus, and we cater to, I guess, going into 3rd and 4th grade. My background is in high school biology. I'm a high school biology teacher, and so a lot of, particularly the biological assignments that we do, I've actually used in my high school curriculum, and I just gear it down and teach it to them at a younger level.
Couple of days was a good adjustment, a real adjustment for me, because as I've mentioned, working with the little kids, and this is I consider what Jan is doing is something that has not been done in my country before, because she was practically taking high school syllabus and bringing it down to the kids' levels.
I guess, selected with this course in mind of Be a Scientist. It was the first year that it was being offered. It had never been offered before. So I had the opportunity to actually design it myself. Was I prepared for how accelerated the kids were? No, I really wasn't. I was really pleasantly surprised, I guess you would say, at how excited they were about science and how much they already knew.
My name is Dan Allen, and I teach a survey course in Russian history from the time of Peter the Great to the present. I had reservations about one thing. I just didn't know whether I could cover all that material that length of time, because I'm used to teaching European history for a whole semester and get up to the French Revolution, and then teach it the next semester and get from the French Revolution to the present time. And when you tell me I'm going to cover all of that in one 3-week period, I looked at the person and I said, I'm not really sure I can do that, but you can do it. They can go with you. They're so smart and they work so hard that you have to be ready to lead them into it.
My colleagues were here. They actually went through a training from CTY.
Well, they introduced about CTY, what is CTY's principle behind about gifted children, and how everything is being done, plus the administration aspects of it, how to choose the instructors, the RAs, because we are going to have our own program. So these are things that we must know.
Each of us were given scenarios and situations to act out as a gifted student or as an instructor, and we acted out in class. So the whole 2 weeks was covered with the basic trainings on how to approach gifted students, what are the characteristics, psychological issues, the emotional issues, testings, everything related to gifted students. And I think that was wonderful. They had a good overview of what giftedness is all about.
And being involved in it is different, yeah. Seeing it is different. Now then we are in the classroom, then we get to see how this is being done. So when we had the training, it's a hypothetical class, so you don't know what to expect from the students. But then when we went into the classroom and you see the students and you see how brilliant they are, you're like, you know, yeah.
I believe that inspiring students and getting them excited about the material is the primary goal for every instructor.
Congratulations, you guys!
I love mathematics and I let it show.
Misha's role in that is that he's very energetic, and that really gets us interested about the subject.
They see how cool it is to tackle challenging mathematical material, and they do very well.
This is fun in a way that brings you to another intellectual plane, I think, in all that we do. So keeping that sense of fun is often how discoveries are made. The assignment asks participants to create a bridge out of spaghetti and epoxy and see how much it holds.
We're all optimistic kids, we're all really bright, we think we can do it all, and it turns out that it's like, how am I going to get the spaghetti to stay that way and hold 16 kilos? Like, that's a lot of weight for a 250-gram spaghetti bridge.
Then it's all very festive. There's a loading hook that goes onto a little platform, and then a rather formidable-looking apparatus on which masses are placed. We load this thing up until it breaks.
I never thought I'd be able to build a bridge out of spaghetti and actually have to do the math behind it, make the accurate measurements, go above and beyond and try new things.
So it's challenging, and we're all up for a challenge. And it's real, and it's physical. We're using our hands. Bertrand Russell talks about touch as being, of all the 5 sentences, the one least likely to deceive. So here we are non-deceivingly doing things, making things, bringing them into being, and applying all this sophisticated analysis that we have for something that's kind of fun at the very end.
You never know what the kids are going to ask you. And you can't be afraid to say you don't know and let's go look it up. Particularly for these students, they feel that they have to be perfect at everything because they can achieve at such a high level. And so I really try to instill in them, if we make a mistake, that we learn something from it. Particularly in science. Most scientists, you learn more when they make a mistake or they don't get an experiment doesn't work. So a couple of days ago we were chemists and we made ooze.
The other day when we did the O's, so she was doing it from cornstarch and water and colors, and we are not able to do the O's.
And it didn't work out properly for some of them. And so they got to take it home and they looked at it to see if there was a way that they could make it better.
So both of us sat down and said, you know what works? And I was telling her, maybe a glutinous rice would work. So I think between Jen and I, we sort of share information, and she enriched me, and in a way I give information to her, or I enrich her too, so that we learn from each other. And that was a wonderful process.
I knew that they were visiting because they were interested in starting a CTY program in Malaysia. I guess I didn't realize how much they would be taking away from it.
Prior to coming here, we were like, okay, what do we do? CTY talk about this and this and this, but we did not see it ourselves, so we did not know.
One way to keep teachers in the field is to make sure that they know exactly what they're getting into when they go into a classroom.
I think now we know how to actually run the programs, and CTY CTY is our backup.
I wanted her to feel like she was a partner.
My own experience with Jen has been wonderful.
There are teachers in every classroom here at CTY that are doing the exact same thing that I'm doing on the same level, and that it's just something you have to commit to. Once you commit to the idea of teaching in that manner, then anybody can do it. You can still find ways to interact and to connect with students on a personal level, and that's the rewarding experience.